Good morning, everyone. This is our math video for today. Is Tuesday, March 31st, and we are on page 347 in our workbook. This is lesson 14, session 2. So we're continuing with our work on ways to compare three-digit numbers. So on page 347, it says, there is a contest at the school fair. Students guess how many jelly beans are in a jar. Bart guesses 352 and Diego guesses 328. Which number is less? Remember that less is which number is the smallest number. So we're trying to find the smallest number of these two guesses. So go ahead and on that page, figure out the way that you can figure out which is the smaller number. So you could draw a place value chart. You could draw a picture using base 10 blocks. So go ahead and do that. Pause this video so that you can figure that out, and then we'll continue to the next page. Okay, so now that we're looking at page 348, this kind of gives us the same example, and it's showing you how the base 10 blocks would look. And it's showing another way to break down the numbers. So you may have done a hundreds chart or a place value chart. We're showing the hundreds, tens, and ones. This is showing you with words that same breakdown. Under the model it section, it says you can write the numbers as hundreds, tens, and ones. So 352 is equal to 3 hundreds, 5 tens, and 2 ones. And the number 328 is 3 hundreds, 2 tens, and 8 ones. So kind of breaking it down into the different hundreds, tens, and ones will also help you to figure out which number is less. So let's turn the page over to 349. And this is a little bit of a thinking about what we've just looked at. Now you will use the problem from the previous page to help you understand how to compare three-digit numbers. Look at Picture It and Model It, which we just did, on the previous page. Can you use the numbers in the hundreds place to decide which number is greater? Why or why not? So write that down if you can use it or not. Now compare the tens. Which number has more tens? So you can write down which number has more tens. Now remember, when you are comparing numbers, if you cannot figure it out from the hundreds place, you need to go to the tens place to see which number is the biggest. Number 3 says, complete the comparison of 352 and 328. Now remember, you're going to be using these symbols of less than and greater than. So this one is less, this one is greater. And here's a sentence using those. 5 is less than 10, 12 is greater than 4. So those are two examples using the less and greater, and you're going to be using them on the page here as well when you figure this out. Number 4, it says Bart says 2 is less than 8, so 352 is less than 328. Is Bart correct? Explain. And then reflect. Look back at your try it strategies and the pictures and models. Which models or strategies do you like best for comparing three-digit numbers? So the strategies would be the base 10 blocks, looking at the place value chart, looking at a picture of that, or some ways. If you turn to page 350, this is the apply it. Use what you've just learned to solve these problems. Compare 761 and 716 using less than or greater than. Explain why your comparison is true. So write that down and explain that. Write 2 ways to compare 487 and 478. And number 8, Luz is building a city out of plastic blocks. She uses 238 blocks for the school and 283 blocks for the fire station. She compares the two values. 238 is greater than 283. Explain the mistake Luz makes and write a correct comparison. All right. Now, if you turn to page 351, there's 2 more pages and you'll be finished your work. So here are some practices showing how to compare between the hundreds, tens, and ones and the 3-digit numbers. So it says on page 351, study the examples showing how to compare 3-digit numbers, then solve problems 1 through 8. So on the example, it says compare 217 and 234. 217 is broken down into hundreds, tens, and ones. 234 is also broken down. So it's showing you, and the hundreds are the same, you need to compare to the tens. And it has a picture of the base 10 blocks there as well. So use that information to answer these questions on page 251 and 252. And that will be the end of your math lesson for today. So let me know if you have any questions. Please have your mom or dad call me or email me so we can, if you need any extra help with this math lesson. Thank you. Have an awesome day. Bye.